Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation, been around about 5.5 years, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We're now expanding our economy, and that'll benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. We know that because they get it free every month, and anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, no obligations. Come along, register, and join in the fun. We're also a non-separatist community. That means that we don't see people as anything other than human beings. We don't put you in a group based on your gender or colour, class, creed, financial status, or anything else. And we just see you as all part of one big family, all linked together, all individually unique, of course, all having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. And we're going to have a little affirmation that helps us with that in a moment after our opening prayer, which is a very short prayer to help us find true happiness in life. That happiness that's with you throughout the day, regardless of what's going on around you. It's an inner joy, a peace, a calmness. It's something that gives you a foundation to get through whatever happens. Some days are easy, things are all going swimmingly and beautiful and nothing ever seems wrong. The sky's blue and the sun's shining. And then you get other days, of course, where it's cloudy or it's raining or it's windy and then things just don't seem to work out right and nothing is happening right. Well, those are the days where you really need that true happiness inside, because it gives you, as I say, that calmness, that foundation on which you can say, okay, I'm beyond and above or outside or inside of all that. It doesn't affect me. Yeah, you'll have peaks and you'll have peaks of happiness and times when you're a little bit depressed and down, but you'll always be able to return to that happy point. And that is what our little prayer's about. It's something that you can only get through loving service to other people. And the wonderful thing about it is not only that it does give you that true happiness, but it also attracts into your life everything else you want and need. And that is a win-win situation, isn't it? Well, it's a win-win-win because you're helping other people, you're getting that inner joy, and you're attracting into your life everything that you want, relationships, time, travel, whatever it may be. Okay, so let's get started with that little prayer now, and then we'll get on to the affirmation and then the business of the day. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, big welcome to you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We're streaming live into Facebook group We Share Abundance Publicly, X and YouTube. And you can watch live in any of those locations. You can also join us in the app here if you choose to. And of course, the recordings are automatically available in those locations as well. And you're equally valued whether you're watching the recording or whether you're coming here live. It's wonderful when you can be here live because you can interact with other members, pop in where you're from, what your name is, ask any questions, and hopefully you'll get an answer. And No, it's just not convenient for everybody. And so the recordings are watched by an awful lot of people. Okay, so let's see who we have got in here live. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England. We've got Don from Vancouver Island in British Columbia in Canada. We have Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Mary from Chicago, USA, Eric from Gatineau, Quebec in Canada. Ramachandra's letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Thank you. We've got Gary in from St Albans in England, Bayago from India, Richard from Devon in England, Bozina from Slovenia, Nankiep from Nigeria, Sianda from South Africa, Carolyn from Texas, and Bozina from Edinburgh in Scotland. And no doubt there'll be one or two other people joining us as we go through. But if they miss anything, they're just going to have to watch the replay, aren't they? Okay. So let me start with the numbers. Of course, these are for 72 hours because the last time we got together was on Saturday. So here we go. We had an increase of just 10 in the 777 plan to 45,871. An increase of 134 registered members in We Share Abundance to 55,830. The same increase of 134 in our active member count to 3,527. No change in the Success Blueprint at 22. Up 2 in the Easy Team Builder to 1,196. Up 6 in the Best Plan Ever to 1,268. And up 2 in the Powerline, Show Hope Powerline Plan, active members, 782. We're up 140. 146 in the Thinking into Reality registered members to 2,307. An awful lot of them, though, are not KYC verified and will be getting removed, unfortunately. We have an increase of 30 in our bronze members in the Thinking into Reality, up to 1,535. Our social media site is still doing really well. We had an increase of 1,355 in our registered members there to 28,000. 28,000, I think that's 835. Yep. And an increase of 656 in the active members, up to 12,670. Okay. So that's the statistics out of the way. We've got Kahindin as well from Nigeria. So what's been going on in these days? Well, we've been working on the changes that are going to take effect in TIR. And they are underway, and we're working on them, and we're determined to get them completed by the 1st of December. We can't promise that they will be, but that is what we're working towards. We're working towards getting them all completed. And I've been working on getting the videos and things changed and the landing pages changed. Now, we did have some landing pages in rebrand, but they weren't made by me, and so I couldn't change them. and so I've just simply removed them for the time being. I think Gary's here, and he was the guy that made them actually, and if he wants to update them and provide new links, we will add them back in. But for many people, you're better off using the splash pages that we have in the TIR site, because they work on all traffic exchanges and things. You won't have problems with them them being in frames and this sort of thing, and not displaying. We can't do anything about pages that are not within our system. So if you've got a page that is in Rebrand Express or Express Profits or Leads Leap or something like that, and it doesn't display, no good getting them to us. We don't deal with it. Some of them will, some of them won't, but you do need to check them. And if they don't work, use a different one in that particular place. They're all fine if you are just sending them out through an email or something like that and saying, take a look at this. But some of them will not work correctly in traffic exchanges, but the ones that are in TIR will do. Now I will be building some more precise ones, but at the moment I'm working on the final video, which is the compensation plan video, and it's a pity we've had to change that, because I think the one that we had was really good, and I'm hoping that the one that we're doing now is going to come out as well. We'll do what we can with that. But that has been our main focus. Now Devyani's main focus has been in the Fun Miracles site, and I've not had time to do anything with that, and I've not had time to do anything with the mall, which both need attention, but the mall probably more than Fun Miracles. But Fun Miracles is what Devyani is working on at the moment, and I believe that the free games, you can win cash. I believe that's all working, and now she's fixed it so that you can see last week's results in the page. It wasn't displaying properly, and now that has been resolved. Okay. We've had one or two people that have put in tickets about people that they've been trying to get to do their KYC, and all of a sudden they've disappeared. Well, if they've been in 30 days and not done the KYC, they will have disappeared. The system will take them out. It doesn't mean that they can't rejoin. It means that they totally removed from the database. They don't exist. Their email doesn't exist. Their username doesn't exist, or anything. We're talking about thinking into reality here. And they can come back and register again. But if they don't do their KYC or refer a paid member or have an upgrade into at least bronze membership, then in another 30 days, they'll be gone again. So it is important that you keep in touch with the people that you refer and make sure that they either upgrade, or you upgrade them, or they do their KYC. Because if they don't, they'll just be taken out of the system. As I say, they can come back in, but if they don't do it again, they'll just be taken out again. They'll just be in and out, and it doesn't benefit anybody. So it is important that they do one of those three things. After registration, they either upgrade themselves or get help from their sponsor or somebody to help them upgrade, or they refer somebody that will upgrade, or they do their KYC. And that's it. Now, I would recommend that every member, free, paid, upgraded, bronze, silver, gold, whatever, shares what we have in TIR for a number of reasons. One, it helps whoever you refer, and it doesn't matter who they are, and it doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful they are, whether they've got money, whether they haven't got money, whether they've got time, no time. It's beneficial to everybody. It will help everybody financially, and as we get the products dispersed, we're hoping that that will be happening as well in very early December. It'll be helping people as well in getting everything that they want in life. Not like that, boom, it's not a magic wand. Well, it is a magic wand, but it's not an instant magic wand. Okay, so so it is important that you get out and you share what we have. What we'll be providing, you can get in other places. It'll always be a little bit different, but essentially the information is the same because the science behind it is the same. And in most places other than TIR, you'll be paying thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for what we're providing. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm not saying that it's not good value for money and you won't get help. And sometimes the more you pay, the more you'll put into it and the better off you'll be. And if that's the case, go and pay $50,000 to have a one-on-one session for a week with somebody. But if you take what we provide seriously and use it in the way that it's intended, then you'll get the same results. Because, as I say, the science behind it is the same. It'll be explained in different ways. Some people will be more expert in the technology, if you like, the physics and all the rest of it, and be able to explain that more fully. And that's fine, But that's two reasons. One is it'll help people financially, and two, it'll help people through the training that we have to become happy and fulfilled in their life, basically. And another reason is it'll help you financially because you'll increase your profitability. The more people you refer, the more money you'll make, and the instant commissions that we're paying will help people straight away. Okay, they're not huge, but when you look at what we're giving you back, we're paying out over 90% back to our members, and we've got to try and cover our costs and everything from the bit that's left over. And just remaking the videos, we're looking at thousands of dollars for that, for the changes into December. So we're not planning on doing many changes in the future. We're going to perhaps build on it and do more videos and things, but I don't want to be changing them again because it is very, very expensive. And that is even now with AI, which is a lot less than it would have been had we gone to somebody in the past. Somebody in the past, you're looking at a video like the one we have on the site now for the compensation plan. That would have cost well over $10,000. With AI, you're looking at $500 or something like that. So there is a big saving there, but we don't want to keep having to redo them. because we're changing things. So I don't envisage any changes coming after the one that we've got that we're making on the 1st of December. I believe the plan has massive potential for anybody. You can be a free member, introduce somebody, and instantly get up to $25 in commission. And of course, they've got to upgrade. If people are not paying anything, or they're not getting paid in, or whatever, then you know, we can only share what comes in. We can't do more than that. Be nice to, but we can't do it. It's just not viable. Okay, let's have a look at some of the questions or whatever. I can see we've got a few things in here. I know we had Kehind in. We got Eric saying, can we know how many people are in the silver plan of TIR? Yeah, it's not really relevant, but you can know if you want. 122, okay? So that's that one out of the way. We got Ron in from Amsterdam in Holland. We've got Kehind saying, if I registered a person that has gold, what will be my referral commission? Your referral commission will be $25. However, you will also have matching on their profit share, and it's better than a match. You get exactly the same as them for the bronze membership. So every time they get $40, you get $40. You get exactly the same as them in the silver membership. So whatever they make in there, right the way up to round about $2,500, you get $2,500 twice. You get it doubled. And whatever they make in the gold membership, which is again $2,500, you get 10 times. So that is up to $25,000. Okay. And then we've got Eric saying, a friend of mine joined the TIR and has her KYC done in WeShare Abundance, but she always gets a message when she tries to get in the TIR website, as it's saying this site doesn't provide a secure connection. It does provide a secure connection. I don't know why she's getting that. The SSL certificate is good, but if she's getting that message, she can get around it by removing the S from HTTPS:// at the beginning of the website. If she just makes it HTTP, it won't be a secure connection, but it'll let her get in. But I don't know why she should get that message, because the site is secure and the certificate is valid, and I've no idea why that happens. She can't get in to put her WSA username for the KYC. If she'll give you her password and everything, you can log in on her behalf and put it in. But if she just goes in as an unsecured site, then she'll be able to get in. We've got Willie in as well from Texas. We've got Eric saying, I get that message as well sometimes. You shouldn't do. A local issue caused by something in your computer or your virus software or something, because the site is secured with a valid certificate. Okay, so those are the ways around it. Either just go HTTP and it will show up as being not secure, but you will be able to get in and log in. Usually, even if it shows up as insecure, you can go into the advanced settings and say, I want to go to the site anyway, and it'll take you through there. I think it's usually a browser issue or a antivirus software issue that causes it. But I don't know why. I'm not technical enough. Okay, we got Maureen in from London as well. Hi there. So that basically is where we're at. And if you want to check those things, the new video for the explanation pages is there. What I have done is I've shortened the lead sleep pages, the splash page and the lead capture page. Now, if you use the lead capture page in Lead Sleep, then when somebody opts in, they'll go to the splash page, and from the splash page to the registration form. If you just use the splash page, of course, you won't collect their email address, but they'll go to the registration form. But it's a much shorter, much more simple page now. And I'm going to be testing that because we're getting good traffic. I'm looking at the traffic that we're getting. It's very cheap traffic coming from all over the world, which is what we want. But we're not getting the conversions that we should be getting. And so I'm using Lead Sleep because it's a way that you can build a list and use that email capture page if that's what you want to do. And certainly that's what I want to do, because I want to be able to follow up on people and get them into TIR. And there is an email sequence attached to it, but I've not yet given the code for the email sequence. I'll be adding that in the near future. Somebody says that it may be because she's using a VPN. I've no idea, but the site is secure, and as I say, there are those ways of getting around it. If she's getting that, she can either go to the advanced settings and say, I want to go to the site anyway, even if it's dangerous or whatever they're telling you it is, or she can go to HTTP rather than HTTPS before the site. In a browser, it'll automatically put in HTTPS, so it will have to be manually removed, and then the site should come up no problem. And if those two things fail, and she'll give you her password, you can log in and add her username in for her. Okay. Right. The work is ongoing. We're updating the offer that people get when they come in. It'll still be 10% and 20%, but the payments will differ because the totals have changed a little bit. It means they're making a bigger saving. It's still a percentage is the same, but actually making the saving more money than they would have been saving before. The payments and everything will be updated, and it'll be updated on the 1st, God willing. I'm hoping we can have it completed all before then and just have it ready to just switch on the 1st, and we'll see how we go. And Deviani resolved a few issues on the Fun Miracles today, and she'll be getting back onto the paid games there. But you want to be getting people into that site. We'll be once we get TIR sorted out for December, I want to get working on the mall and on Fun Miracles, and we'll be doing pages that you can use to promote both of those. Fun Miracles especially want to get people playing the free games with a chance to win some cash. It goes into their available cash wallet in We Share Abundance. And it's not a fortune, but it's costing them nothing, and they're having a bit of fun. And if they get into the habit of playing those games, then when we offer the games at $2 each, then the lure of winning $50,000 or whatever it is, I can't remember the exact number now. I think it's over 50,000, but it might be just under. The lure of that will attract them into playing that, because they're already used to playing the games, and especially if they've won on any occasion, they'll think, well, okay, I might as well get into this and win some big money. And so the more people you can get in now playing the free games, and the more they'll move on. Don is asking, any news about the payment system? No, I've not had time to do much with it. There are. I have made progress, but it's been a bit slow because of the TIR. We've got to get this TIR thing done in the next, well, this week. It's got to be completed by Friday, really, so that we can go live with it on Monday. So we are moving forward, but you'll know when I feel the time is right. I will say, okay, we'll take your pledges now, and as they come in, once we hit the required amount, then we will start developing the software. I think with it being near Christmas and New Year now, some of the people that have made pledges would rather spend the money on Christmas and New Year. Some of them may have put that money on one side and say, okay, it's there, it's ready. But as I say, when the time comes, we'll wait and see. And it may take a while to get the sufficient funds in from the people that have made the pledges. But we'll see. And once we hit the right amount, and I'm confident that what we've got is right for us, then we will move forward with it. I think it's probably going to be something like early March when we're live with it, because of the time to take programming and things. But you know, we're looking at a forecast of 8 to 10 weeks for programming. What that means in reality is 3 months. So even if we get them the money on the 1st of January, it's going to be a push to get it for early March. But we'll see how we go. But that's where we are with it. We've not forgotten anything. It's just that we have to prioritize certain things, and at the moment TIR is what needs prioritizing, and we need to start getting more people in. I mean, we don't even have people in the PIF pool that we can pay in, because although we've got a lot of free members, they haven't done the KYC, and if they've done the KYC, they haven't updated their profile. So there's nothing we can do with them. So we've got almost $1,000 sitting there doing nothing that could be used for paying people into the system, and that would move people through, of course, a lot more quickly. And we had, I think, only 5 people available this morning. I sent a message out into the internal mail, or through the internal mail, and then this afternoon I thought, oh, I'll pay some of these people in. I went to the PIF pool and they'd all gone anyway. So they were none available. So we need to get cracking and get people not only registered, but completing their KYC or upgrading. Other than that, they're a waste of time. In all honesty, you know, nothing we can do for them in any event. So that's it. They've got to. Well, there are three things they can do. As I said, they can actually refer a paid member, and that'll keep them in place. And the benefits that they get from referring that paid member will be used to pay them into the system. Or they can upgrade, or their sponsor can upgrade them, or they can go in the PIF pool and be upgraded, etc., etc. But they've got to be PIF'd in. They've got to be KYC qualified to be PIF'd in, but they can upgrade themselves, or if there's somebody you know that you know and trust and everything else, and they trust you, they can give you their password. You can log in, pay it for them, log out, and then if they want, they can change the password again so that you can't access their account and it's secure again. So there are always ways of doing things, but the best way is just emphasize the fact that get your KYC done and then you're sorted. Okay. I think that pretty much covers it. Some of the things we've been over a little bit more because they are important. I see TIR as our flagship at the moment. We will be adding more program. Well, I know that Banish Poverty Plan, we've got that coming with a lot of stuff coming in there. But we have to get completed what we've got going now. TIR, we've got to get that up, running, finished, properly launched. Then we've got to get onto Fund Miracles and start bringing players in there in a big way. And then we've got to get the mall with lots of products in so that people can come and have a look round and see what's going on and buy things. And doesn't matter if we don't make any money on it initially, just to get people used to coming in and getting bargains, you know, the old supermarket thing with loss leaders, if you like. We can't afford to do a loss leader, but we can afford to sell things that will not have any profitability for us, but it'll get people used to coming and knowing that we do offer bargains. So we can do all sorts of things, but we need to concentrate on getting those things done first of all, and of course the payment system, so that we can not only get paying people, also bringing in people from other opportunities that will be able to disperse payments and this sort of thing. Okay, that's it, folks. I sound hoarse, I don't know why. Perhaps because I've been singing too much. Okay, I sing all day, every day. Right, that's it. I'll be here again on the Thursday. Until then, God bless you all. Thank you for being here. You are appreciated. You are loved. And you are an essential part of We Share Abundance, because without you, we don't exist. You are We Share Abundance. Okay? So get out there, share what we have with as many people as you can, and help them to get into a position where we can help them. We can't help them if they can't help themselves. God bless, and I'll see you all on Thursday, hopefully, and a few more maybe. Okay.